I just recorded a whole entire video, and then when I went to go edit it and do all of the exporting and stuff like that, it was muted. The amount of times I've done that since I've started my YouTube channel is ridiculous. You think by now I would know to check to make sure that all those settings are correct. So I'm not too sure why I was muted yesterday. It might have been messing around doing something. But anyway, happy Friday. Welcome back. I'm going to actually do a collection update today. Going to finally get back to the roots of the channel here. But a lot of stuff comes out today. So the new Autopsy is out today. We'll get to that in a second. Gravesend, I did a review on heavy metallurgy, link in the description. Also going to link Marty's review on Autopsy in the description. What else? The new End album is out today. That is spectacular. I actually waited until midnight last night for it to drop on streaming services, and I listened to it to see if it was something that I wanted to pre-order, because I liked the singles that had come out. But that type of music, I'm not always in the mood to listen to, and sometimes I go on a binge and buy tons of it, and then it just sits and collects dust, and I don't touch it for a long time. So I listened to the album. I really, really like it, so I ordered the album. So that should be coming soon. And then also, what else comes out today? Gravesend, Autopsy, and Wayfarer. There's a new Wayfarer album out today. I also listened to that yesterday after I realized I had the promo in my inbox. I didn't realize that before. So I listened to that a couple times yesterday. It's good. I really like it. It's Wayfarer. It's not a whole lot different. I mean, there's some things that are different about it from their last album. So go ahead and check that out. But how about a nice normal collection update today? No reviews, no Q&A, none of that stuff. So I got 3 things to show off today. 2 of the things I waited until the very last minute to finally just order, because I wanted to get the vinyls, but I finally told myself no, and I just ended up sticking to the CDs. So happy Friday. It is the weekend. I've got my Baby Yoda mug with some fantastic coffee in it. I am magically off of work today. I didn't know today that my company didn't have work. I don't know how I missed that. It's some sort of a special mental health day that they're giving us. So that just made my weekend so much better. Probably gonna go to the record store today if I have time and check out some stuff there. But let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to switch it up today. I usually do the vinyl last. I'm going to do vinyl first today. And that's right. The new Autopsy, like I said, is out today. Ashes, Organs, Blood, and Crypts. This is their 9th studio album? I don't remember. I said it in my video that I recorded earlier this week. But the hype sticker says, Autopsy is ready to saw your throat, watch your blood coagulate, and throw your bones to the wolves. This is 100% death fucking metal. True. It's a very good album. I like it. I actually prefer this over their last album, Morbidity Triumphant, that came out last year. So these guys are just pumping out music right now. And it's good. It's got a little bit more of a faster approach that I appreciate. Still has that Autopsy doomy sound to it, that's for sure. But they definitely pick up the pace on the songs on this album a little bit more than they did on Morbidity Triumphant. And it's fantastic. The old guys are continuously pumping out fantastic records amongst all of the new wave of old school death metal. This still tops it. They're still legends, and still one of my all-time favorite death metal bands. So I got the Organ. Is this what it was called? The Organs vinyl edition. I got this through Blastbeat Vinyl. I didn't pre-order it through Peaceville just because I knew it was going to be easily inaccessible to find. They don't generally sell out a whole lot. Even my record store probably even has it in stock right now. But I saw Blastbeat had it, and they were shipping it prior to the release, so I knew I was going to get it before the release, and I did. I got it before it officially released today. So this is the yellow version. There's a red version, and then there's an orange version and a black version. So I really like that they just did the plain colors, no crazy splatters or anything like that. I think Peaceville generally just does the plain colors. And yeah, so I got what they had in stock. Shout out Blastbeat for getting it to me super fast. Their shipping is insane there. I'm not too sure how it gets here so fast, but it does. So Wes Benscotter is the artist as per usual. He's done a lot of work for Autopsy in the past, especially the last album. Was just one of the best artists in the game I love that album artwork. There is a long sleeve shirt that they have out right now of this on here and the sleeves and stuff, and I may just have to get it. I tend to stray away from getting the gorier shirts just because I am a dance mom and I am around them a lot. And I'm at my kids' school and stuff like that, so I try to refrain from wearing the gory stuff. But I'm probably gonna just bite the bullet and get this shirt because I really, really like it. I can wear it at home. I don't have to wear it at the school events. So no printed inner sheet because of the printed sleeve that it comes on. It does, of course, come with the Peaceville catalog flyer, which I always keep in the jacket. It's a nice little, if you're going back into time, or actually into the future, I should say. If you're going ahead in the future, so like maybe 20 years from now, I'm pulling this off the shelf and I take it out and be like, oh, look at this. It's an old whatever. Yeah, anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. So, Autopsy, classic, just iconic, legendary death metal band. One of the best. Check it out. Comes out today. Like I said, it has not sold out, so you'll be able to find it 100%. Peaceville has a U.S. site, so you can get it there. I've seen it on Amazon. Distros have it. So yeah, it's the beauty of Autopsy is that they're easy to find, their releases, with the exception of some older ones that are a little bit harder to get. But for the most part, their whole discography is easily accessible. So the next is 2 CDs. So there's been some sort of a manufacturing delay for vinyl on the international side of the world. I'm not too sure like what's causing it or anything like that. Obviously during COVID, that was a major issue and people were pre-ordering stuff and it was taking like 8 months before you got your records. So it seems like there's these international delays going on again. Again, I don't know the whole story. I'm not going to go and Google and figure out what's going on over there, if it's a shortage of PVC or anything like that. But I was going to get these on vinyl because I really want them on that format. But I just settled with just buying the CDs because who knows when I would get the records, and I didn't feel like having my money held up in a pre-order for that long because I currently have a pre-order that's out. I think that I ordered back in April for 2 records that got heavily delayed and they still haven't shipped yet. So I'm just going to wait it out here. But what I'm talking about is Everlasting Spew has come out with a lot of fantastic releases this year, 4 of which are some of my favorite music that I've been listening to all year. And the first one I'm going to show off is the new Organ Dealer, The Weight of Being. This is maniacal grindcore, as I like to say it. Their second full-length album. Their last one came out in 2015, so it's been a while since they've released some new music here. I think they've had some splits and stuff like that come out previously. But this is, 23 tracks, 21 tracks, 20-minute long grindcore album. Maniacal, crazy, fast, in your face, aggressive, high-pitched shrills, shrieking and screaming in all its glory. So it is a very good album. I was very excited for this to be released. When they released the first single, I was really into it. Next single, super into it. And then they announced the pre-orders for it, and it was just CD and tape. And then in the back, it was like grayed out. Vinyl coming later on and whatever this date. But they didn't have a specific date yet. So I kind of was like, huh. So I waited it out a little while to see if they were going to do an official vinyl pre-order. They did recently, and I think they said the shipping time was December. And with what happened to my Nothingness and Fester Decay vinyl pre-orders, they got delayed even more. I was like, you know what? I don't want to have my money held up in a pre-order right now. I'm just going to wait for indie merch to get these CDs in stock. They finally got them in stock, so I just snagged them through indie merch. And I'll just be happy with the CD for now, even though I would love to have this on wax. But I'm being cheap here, and I'll just settle for the CD for now. So yeah, really, really good stuff. Like if you're into that crazy maniacal grindcore, you'll really like this. The album artist is actually Arif, who used to be in Wormrot. He's the old vocalist that left the band last year. So I guess he's moving on to the artwork game. Good stuff. The only thing that I have a question about, and I kind of was looking at some digital images like online, is this artwork seemed a little bit darker than what I was seeing in some of the promos and stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure if my eyes are just deceiving me here, but it seemed like this was a little bit darker on the CD pressing that what I've seen like online of what it actually looks like. I remember just being this like super colorful and popped out when I first saw it when it first got announced, but I don't know. Anyway, that's just a random nitpicky thing there. So good stuff. Check it out. And then the last thing that I want to show off for you guys today is probably one of the more underrated, maybe more looked over, not as well known death metal albums, or death doom, I guess you could say, that came out back in September. Oh, this has been out since July. I forgot to mention, but this came out in September. Fantastic album. The day it dropped, I listened to it. I streamed it a couple of times, and I really liked it. This is another one that I was kind of like, I really want the vinyl for this, but who knows how long it would be before I'd finally get it. So I settled and just waited for the CD. So this is Fossilization's first official full-length album, Leprous Daylight. The band is from Brazil. Both of the guys in the band are also in the band Jupiterian, and they came out with an EP back a couple years ago called He Whose Name, I forgot what the whole what the whole name was, but I showed it off on here a ton because I loved it. It was so good. It came out on Transylvanian Recordings. I bought the tape there originally, and then they got signed with Everlasting Spew, and Everlasting Spew reissued the EP. It was called He Whose Name Was Long Forgotten. So good. So these guys are Brazilian death doom masters. I think they've mastered their craft in terms of sound. That dark, suffocating death doom, dissonance, and just really, really like that, like slower pace, suffocating death doom. And then it picks up, and obviously it has those peaks and valleys in the song. But it is so good, and if you're into this kind of music, you'll really, really like this. It's a very good album. Like I said, it's kind of flown under the radar. I feel like not as many people are known. They don't really know about it or haven't listened to it yet because there's just been so much shit coming out in the last couple of months. So especially on the day of this release, I think a ton of other stuff came out at the same time. So, but oh God, it's so good. The last song, Rot in the Abyss, is my favorite. Just perfect album ending song. Just, the songs are just really, in Death Doom, they're emotional songs, for sure. There's a lot of catharsis that comes with that type of music, and that's definitely the feeling that I get while I'm listening to this. Just the perfect fall and winter album too. If you're that type of seasonal mood person when it comes to music, this is the type of music that I tend to listen to when it gets into the cooler seasons, although Florida doesn't really have those. But yeah, fantastic album. I cannot say that enough. Just really going to be high up on my album list year of some of my favorite albums. One of my favorite albums come out this year. God damn, talking is hard. So definitely check this out. Like I said, Indie Merch has the CDs. I'm not too sure if Night Shift does. I can't remember. I didn't look. But those are the two main distros in the U.S. where you can get these. I know that there is a vinyl pressing coming. They did say that. I don't know the official date. I didn't go and look and see. So if you're waiting on vinyl, eventually it'll be here. But I just don't know. These delays have been kind of a pain in the ass for the international space. So I actually just saw somebody sent a Bandcamp message recently, like yesterday or this morning, about how they had to stop taking pre-orders because they can't keep up with the pressings at the plant and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know what the whole deal is, but yeah. So eventually I'll get this on vinyl, but for now I'm happy with the CD. Great stuff. So check it out. That is all that I have today. Happy Friday. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I've been pumping out a lot of content these last couple of pretty much months, I guess you could say. Might be slowing down just a little bit because I don't have a whole lot of new stuff coming in. Might start focusing more just doing reviews because I'm getting there's a lot of new music coming out and I've been listening to a lot of new things. So just a heads up, the collection updates are going to be few and far in between just because I have a lot of things on pre-order, but who knows when they're going to get here. So we'll see. But have a great weekend, like I said, and I'll see you guys in the next one.